What would you do if everything you owned suddenly became worthless? No cash. No bank account. No credit card. No digital wallet. Imagine walking into a market carrying 10 goats, hoping someone there happens to need goats and is willing to trade for grain. That was reality for most of human history. But then something changed. A strange yellow metal became more valuable than food. Pieces of paper became worth more than silver. And today, invisible numbers on computer screens control the fate of nations. Money is one of the most powerful inventions ever created. It has built empires, started wars, toppled kings, and transformed ordinary people into legends. But where did it come from? And how did humanity go from trading livestock to creating trillion-dollar economies? This is the story of money. Before banks existed, before coins, before gold, there was barter. For thousands of years, human beings exchanged goods directly. A farmer traded wheat for tools. A hunter exchanged meat for clothing. It worked until it didn't. Imagine living in a small village around 8,000 years ago. You spend weeks crafting a beautiful clay pot. Now you need food. The problem? The baker doesn't need a pot. He needs firewood. So now you must find someone willing to trade firewood for your pot, then return to trade the wood for bread. A simple purchase becomes a scavenger hunt. Historical accounts suggest entire communities struggled with what economists now call the double coincidence of wants. Both people needed to want exactly what the other offered. As societies grew larger, the problem became unbearable. Then something unexpected happened. Different civilizations began using objects that almost everyone valued: cowrie shells, salt, cattle, and even giant stone discs. Instead of trading goods for goods, people could trade goods for something. If metal coins were revolutionary, paper money was even more unbelievable. In ancient China, merchants faced a frustrating problem: success was becoming heavy. The more business they conducted, the more coins they had to carry. Thousands of metal coins could weigh dozens of kilograms. Then came a radical idea. What if the coins stayed in one place and people traded receipts instead? At first it sounded absurd. Who would trust paper? Yet during the Tang and Song dynasties, merchants deposited coins with trusted institutions and received paper certificates representing stored value. Trade became faster, safer, and more efficient. But trust is fragile. Governments realized that if paper represented money, whoever controlled the paper controlled the economy. Early paper currency transformed trade, connecting entire regions through commerce. Wealth moved faster than ever before. Then came temptation. Too much paper entered circulation. Prices surged, confidence collapsed, and humanity learned one of its earliest lessons about inflation. Centuries later, Europe adopted similar systems. Banks issued notes, kingdoms backed currencies, and industrialization accelerated global commerce. Railroads crossed continents, factories emerged, and stock exchanges appeared. Money was no longer just facilitating trade, it was becoming the engine of civilization. Yet beneath all the complexity remained a simple truth: a banknote had value because people believed it had value. The next chapter makes gold coins and paper notes look ancient. In 1971, a decision made behind closed doors changed the financial future of the planet. The United States ended the direct convertibility of its currency into gold. The modern era of fiat money had arrived. Money was valuable not because it could be exchanged for gold, but because societies collectively believed in it. For decades the system expanded. Credit cards replaced cash, computers replaced ledgers, and banks digitized records. Then came the internet. Wealth could move across continents in seconds. No horses, no ships, no armored wagons. Just electronic signals racing through cables and satellites. A teenager could buy products from another hemisphere. Investors could trade global markets from a laptop. Businesses could reach customers worldwide. The speed of money became almost unimaginable. But what people didn't realize was that money itself was changing. Most modern currency was no longer physical. It existed primarily as data, numbers stored in databases representing value. The coins and notes people carried became only a small fraction of the money in circulation. Humanity's economic system relied largely on invisible trust. Then, in 2009, a mysterious figure using the name Satoshi Nakamoto introduced a new concept: digital money without a central authority. The idea sparked debate around the world. Some saw a revolution. Others saw speculation. Regardless, it revealed something profound. Money had evolved again, from shells to metals, from paper to digital information. Each stage reflected humanity's growing ability to cooperate with strangers. Because money is not really gold, paper, or numbers. It is a shared agreement, a story billions of people believe together. The same species that once traded goats for grain now moves trillions of dollars through invisible networks every day. The technology changed. The scale changed. But the principle remained the same. Trust creates value, and value creates opportunity. From ancient shells to digital currencies, the evolution of money reveals something fascinating about human nature. Trust, belief, and cooperation built markets, connected civilizations, and transformed the world. The story of money is ultimately a story about people and their ability to create systems bigger than themselves. Money changes form. Human ambition never does.